Gift giving season is here, and if, like me, you have someone in your life that has everything and you don't know what to buy them, I've got 35 ideas for the fashion and style lovers in your life. Let's get started. My overall philosophy for gift giving is to buy people things that they may actually consider a little bit extravagant to buy for themselves. And so you want to get something that is of really good quality, maybe at a little bit of a higher price point that that person would spend on that specific thing. So I've split my ideas into 4 categories: the practical, the little luxuries, the experiences, and the services. So let's start with the first category, the practical items. Number 1 is something that I personally bought for myself this year. It is this jewelry holder from Amazon. It's really inexpensive, but it is surprisingly good quality and it holds a lot of jewelry. So if you have someone that has 50 different organizers and is always struggling to find space, this is a really practical yet beautiful gift to give them. The second gift is a catch-all dish, and this is something that I have both on my vanity and I also have this in my corridor. So a catch-all dish is basically a place where you can put your keys, headphones, and all of those little things that always seem to get lost. And if it's something that is beautiful, you're actually a bit more likely to use it. The same thing can apply for your vanity. I have a catch-all dish that holds a couple pair of earrings that are just too big, my watch, and some of my most used pieces. The next practical item is something that I recently bought and completely transformed my life, and that is a belt holder, because belts are really tricky. If you don't see them, you rarely wear them. And so these belt holders are really practical, really small. They don't take up a lot of space, but they can hold up to 15 belts each. And so really practical for someone that has a lot of accessories. The next practical item is something that I use every single week, and that is a clothes shaver. So this is perfect for someone that maybe has a lot of items that pill, things like cashmere and wool sweaters, or even things like cotton actually pill. So you can go for a cashmere comb, which is the more of a manual thing, which works fine, but I personally found that I just didn't have the patience to do that. And so the electrical one has been an absolute lifesaver. It is really powerful, takes a minute, and literally makes your clothes look like new. So it's definitely a practical gift for anyone who wears a lot of knitwear. The next practical item is something that I just wish more people had because it's just so good, and that is a standing clothes steamer. I know some people have the traveling version of this, which is also very practical. However, if you're steaming your entire laundry basket, you definitely don't want to be refilling 50 times. And so the standing one has a higher capacity and a higher power, and I've been so happy. I've had a steamer for the past 5 years, and it's genuinely an item that I use a lot. The next practical item is something that I've had for 8 years now, and it's this alphabet bag canvas washable bag. They sell a variety of bags made of really sturdy canvas, and the best thing is that they're actually washable. So this is perfect for traveling. You can hold all your makeup, all your brushes. It is also great if you want to put in your bag for your everyday essentials. And so those canvas bags are amazing and really practical, but yet they also look beautiful and can be a great gift for someone in your life. The final practical item is a laptop case, and this is something that I think a lot of us have to buy because we use our laptops and we travel with them. And at the same time, it's not something that you genuinely want to spend a lot of money on. Plus, I also find that a lot of laptop bags and cases are quite masculine and even a little bit ugly because they're too practical. And so any laptop case that looks a little bit maybe more feminine or more creative or more beautiful is going to be a great gift for someone that appreciates style or fashion, because it's going to make their experience of carrying their laptop just a little bit better. Now let's move into the little luxuries, and those are the items that I think that someone may see the price tag and say, oh, I don't want to spend that much money on that one thing. But as a gift, it's perfect because you're truly treating that person and allowing them to have a better experience. So starting with the less expensive little luxuries, I think that any sort of glitter or art-inspired or interesting socks are a great little gift for someone that enjoys fashion, enjoys being creative and playing with style without necessarily breaking the bank for you as a gift giver. The next item on the list is patterned or statement tights, and in here you can obviously shop any brand that has statement tights. I know Calcedonia does some really good ones, and last year I also discovered a brand called Saint Sass. They have those really beautiful slogan tights, and I actually have a pair that really reinforce really sturdy tights, really high quality, so definitely worth a little bit of an investment if you have a friend that will appreciate it. The next item on the list is a feminine water bottle, and I do like the Stanley cups. I think they're really high quality, and so you can get someone a Stanley cup that is in a pastel color or just a color that they really enjoy to make their experience of drinking water just a little bit more luxurious. Next on the list is for those jigsaw lovers like myself. You can get some fashion or style inspired jigsaws that have some really beautiful illustrations related to fashion and style. This is definitely not a very expensive gift, but if it's someone that enjoys both doing jigsaws and style and fashion, this is the perfect little thing to make their Christmas a little bit cozier. The next item on the list is a luxury notebook. This is something that I've been buying for myself for the last 7 or 8 years, and I actually have them in all different colors. So this one is from Leuchtturm, and I also have quite a lot from the Moleskine ones. This is the one that I've got for myself for the new year, and I find that because the paper is really high quality, it just makes any journaling, diary keeping, list making a lot more of a pleasant experience. The next item on the list is a high-end lipstick, and this is a little luxury that costs about $30, but it's definitely something that can make someone feel really fancy when they're using it. In terms of brands, I have tried quite a few in the past, and the ones that I can recommend are Tom Ford and Dior. For me personally, Chanel and YSL are both not very high quality. They don't stay long, at least on my lips, and so that's why I don't recommend them. You can definitely consult a makeup advisor in terms of the formula and the color, and I think that buying a color that is going to suit this person's color type, if they know it, is also going to make this even better. The next one is workout items from Pop Flex. So if you know Cassie from Blogilates, you may have found that she has her own Pop Flex workout line, and I find that those workout items are a lot more feminine and a lot more practical than the traditional workout items that you can find in conventional stores. So because they're slightly on the higher price, this is definitely a great gift for someone that enjoys working out, does that a lot, maybe goes hiking or dancing. There is a variety of different products to suit everyone, and so far I have heard that the quality is good and the designs are definitely really feminine, cute and stylish. The next item on the list is Any Style coffee books. So this is a two-in-one gift because it can definitely be an interesting gift for someone who enjoys fashion and maybe wants to learn a little bit more about the history of their favorite designers. But it can also be a great coffee table book or coffee table stack that they can have and act as a decoration. And on the topic of decorations, I recently was gifted a Jo Malone diffuser, and it is something that personally I wouldn't buy for myself because it is about $60-70, and so it's not something that I need. However, because it was a gift and I've been using this reed diffuser, it has made my house smell really, really nice, and every time I look at it, I just feel a little bit fancier than my everyday life, and I think this is a great gift for someone that maybe enjoys fragrances and wants their home to smell really nice. And if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because it helps me to grow the channel and reach more people. The next item on the list is silk pajamas, and this is something that I can attest to, having slept in one for the past 2.5 years. In terms of recommendation, I would say Intimissimi make really, really good silk gowns, but obviously there are a lot of other companies that do that. In terms of the Intimissimi ones, I really like the navy and the black. They're more classic colors and also don't get dirty very easily. It's not visible, and also they can be worn as camis. I have definitely done that a few times in the past, and so I find them they're both a practical item, but they also just make you feel so beautiful every time you go to bed. So definitely an item that you may consider for someone you love. On the topic of silk, a silk scarf is also a fantastic gift that you can give to someone that maybe is a little bit above their current price range. Now, of course, the price can vary a lot in here, and you can go from as little as a few dollars if you find them in a thrift store or a charity shop. There is usually an abundance, especially of vintage silk scarves. I have an entire collection for items that I've bought between £5 and £15. And so if your person is very fond of vintage or thrift store shopping and they don't mind pre-loved items, this can be a great gift to give them something unique that they're the only person that's going to own that. But also you can go to pretty much any store and buy really beautiful pattern scarves. Now, again, if this person has done a color analysis, it can be great to combine their colors in the scarf because it's just going to make it a lot more practical and versatile, and it's going to go great with all of their outfits. Now, I have a few jewelry items that I can recommend as little luxuries. The first type of item is any sort of vintage jewelry. Again, vintage jewelry is definitely not for everyone, but if your friend or loved one actually enjoys these more unique pieces, you can definitely look for vintage pendants, vintage charms, vintage necklaces, bracelets, and so on. And again, secondhand stores are a great treasure trove to find some really beautiful ones. I have an entire collection of really gorgeous vintage pieces that I have acquired throughout the years, and the beauty of vintage jewelry is that it is often higher quality than current costume jewelry, and so it's going to last a lot longer. If you want to buy something new, but your friend is maybe conscious around sustainability or is interested in any sort of social causes, I actually have two different things that I can recommend. The first gift is a key necklace that is engraved with a specific word. So there is this company called The Giving Keys, and I actually ordered my necklace from them a couple of years ago. This is actually the second one that I ordered. The first one had the word freedom, and I wore that when I was transitioning from engineering. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and so I wore this necklace every single single time that I wanted to remind myself of one of my personal values and my word of the year. So you can find keys engraved with a variety of different words. And so if someone is maybe into manifestation and being more intentional, this is a really great gift because the company actually supports people that are moving out of homelessness. And it is also something that you can pay forward. The second, a little bit more sustainable and social cause one is a company called Article 22. So during the wars in Southeast Asia, there has been a lot of unexploded bombs that are still buried in the land and cause a lot of havoc in Laos. And so basically there is a charity that helps to clear the land to make it suitable for agriculture. And so what Article 22 does is that with the metal that is extracted from the land, they actually make jewelry that is engraved and it says peace bomb. Basically the proceeds of the jewelry actually go back into clearing more land. And so it is both beautiful pieces of jewelry. It's not just the bracelet, but they have a lot of different earrings, necklaces. I know Emma Watson wore a pair of earrings. And so there is definitely something that just makes you feel a little bit better wearing a piece that you know actually contributes to a great cause as well. The next item is something that is still practical, but definitely luxurious, and that is a really high quality scarf. And so this can be both wool or cashmere, and I actually quite like Another Stories and COS for their high quality scarves. They're really substantial, and you can just feel that it is a really good quality item that is going to last. And so this is something that, again, might be a little bit of an expensive thing to buy for yourself, but as a gift can definitely make someone really happy while still being practical. Staying on the topic of cashmere, one of the best things I gifted myself this year is a set of cashmere loungewear. And so again, this is something that you can buy for someone that maybe spends a lot of time at home, they maybe work from home or take care of their kids. And so something that is both comfortable but also really luxurious feeling, really soft, is going to make for a perfect gift. And so you can find cashmere joggers or cashmere jumper, and they don't necessarily have to be in a set, but this makes a perfect gift for someone that enjoys little luxuries at home. And staying on the topic of loungewear, a printed robe can make anyone feel a little bit more beautiful. And especially if someone is a fashion lover, a printed robe with a really beautiful feminine print can actually be an amazing gift. There are a lot of brands that do that. A lot of them are silk, but Print Fresh also does cotton robes, which are slightly on the less expensive side. And so again, this is a great gift for someone that enjoys spending time at home. And on the topic of home items, I think a set of colorful and beautiful glasses is a great gift for someone who enjoys style and fashion. Because glasses are such a practical thing, we don't necessarily tend to spend a lot of money on them, but if you find a set that is in a beautiful color or has an intricate design, this can make your everyday experiences just a little bit more luxurious. The same thing applies to my next idea, and that is a Smeg toaster or a kettle. Smeg have some really beautiful vintage inspired designs in cream, in pink, light blue, all of those pastel colors. And so again, definitely a little bit more on the pricier side, but it is a practical item that just feels a little bit more luxurious every single time you use it. And the final little luxury is any sort of fashion illustration or a fashion poster. So this can be something that you find on Etsy that is just a print of maybe a really cool design, and that can make a great decoration for someone's home. If you actually find that your friend maybe has a signature outfit or a signature item that they wear a lot, you can actually commission a fashion illustration and both support a small business, an illustrator, a creative, but also give something that is very personal and is definitely going to make your loved one happy. Now, moving on to gifts that are a little bit more experiential and maybe a little bit more continuous than just giving a single thing. The first one is an Index Insider subscription. So I've been talking about the Index app for a while, but Index have launched their Insider membership, which is basically allowing you to see all of the statistics and information about your wardrobe. It's really useful, and it's definitely great if someone wants to maybe shop their own closets, be a bit more sustainable, make use of what they have already, and get to know what they actually wear and not. So the Index subscription is actually not super expensive. I think it comes to about $5 or $6 per month if you buy the yearly membership. And so I think that you can gift that as a gift. And on top of that, if your friend maybe hasn't digitized their wardrobe yet, you can actually give them the gift of time and do it with them, make it a little bit more of a fun, exciting experience, because I can tell you from my experience, digitizing everything you own can definitely be quite a chore. And so if you do it with someone, that can be a great gift. The next type of experience you can gift that is a little bit more personalized is a gift card to a thrift shop. And I know a lot of those thrift stores maybe don't necessarily do the physical gift card. So this is something that you can print or create yourself and put an amount that you want to give to that person. So basically you're paying for their charity shop or thrift store trip. And that is again a gift that is both the experience of you going with them and helping them to find something that they want, but it's great because they don't have to pay for any of the things that they find. And again, this is not for everyone, but if someone really enjoys spending time together and they enjoy buying secondhand items, this can be an amazing gift. The next gift is for any of your loved ones that maybe have been talking about starting to sew their own clothes, but they've never actually taken the first step. And that is just buying them a sewing class or a sewing workshop and even maybe attending with them so you can learn as well. Again, that can be a great experience to get someone started with making their own items, maybe fixing their own items, and just be the little push that they need to start making their own clothes. And finally, if you're someone that maybe enjoys taking photos and you have a friend that is really stylish, you can actually offer them and give them a photo shoot where you actually help them to take different photos that make them feel amazing. I find that people need photos all the time. And so if you can create something for their LinkedIn, for their Facebook, or even for their website, if they have one, that can be an amazing gift that both allows you to spend time with that person, but they also have a really tangible output out of it. And the final gift ideas are services. And I think that those ones are definitely on the pricier side, but they're also something that is oftentimes one and done. You don't have to repeat that 50 times. So the first one, and again, something that I can personally recommend, I did an entire video about my experience, and that is a color analysis session. Now, I personally recommend Color Analysis Studio, having done their virtual assessment, but there are a lot of color consultants that you can find in your area. Just make sure that they're credentialed and they have some positive reviews from happy clients, because not everyone has the exact same skill level. The second type of service you can gift for someone that maybe has a lot of items is actually a closet organization session. I know there are a lot of people that do virtual ones and people that may even come to your house and do that with you. And so again, if your friend is constantly saying that they have too many things, they feel really overwhelmed, but they're struggling to part away with things, there are a lot of closet organization specialists and consultants that can help to take the mental load off and support your loved one with clearing out their wardrobe. The next service is something that I personally do, and that is creating a capsule wardrobe from the items that you already have. This is especially good if you have a lot of items and you find that you maybe don't wear all of them, or you're struggling to come up with ideas how to wear certain things. And so I offer sessions where I can help you to build a capsule wardrobe from your existing items to make sure that you A, wear them, and B, actually have ideas of how to put things together. And the final service idea is actually gifting someone a lookbook. So you can do that through the Index app. Basically, there are a lot of different stylists that are going to use your loved one's digital wardrobe and create them 10 different outfits for different occasions. I also offer a similar service where I can take your wardrobe and again help you create specific outfits, style pieces together in ways that maybe you haven't thought of, and help you with any tricky pieces. Now, of course, all of the services are a little bit on the higher side in terms of gifts, but they're also something that is truly going to help transform someone's life. And while gift giving is definitely a priority during this time of the year, I also find that if you can spend a little bit of time decluttering the items that you already have, you can start the new year feeling so refreshed. And so definitely go and check out this video for 25 items you can declutter before 2025. I'll see you there.